Y'all, it is Wednesday morning and I am up and at 'em. I'm getting ready to get on a plane to go to Wisconsin from Virginia, where I live, to go do my residency at a Montessori school to continue my Montessori teacher training. I'm really excited. But I have absolutely never been away from my kids for this period of time, and I haven't been on a plane in over 10 years. So it's a big leap for me, but wow, what an interesting chapter I'm about to embark on. Airplane happy! Airplane happy! So I had my flights and I made it into Milwaukee and I made it to my Airbnb. Today I start my residency of this training program I've been in this year. So it's been an enormous amount of work studying the Montessori method and cosmic education, and just it's been an enormous amount of reading, an enormous amount of writing. And I work as a teacher and I have 3 children, and it's just been an enormous amount of work, culminating like an online program that is now culminating in this residency. And I just can't believe it's finally here. It's finally residence time. So anyway, this Airbnb is spectacular. Now I'll take you inside to this little studio basement apartment that I've got. So it's super very tiny, but perfectly designed. I've got a screen door here, kitchenette, bathroom, sitting area opposite of a big screen TV, which I have yet to even turn on, full-length mirror, closet, very cozy, clean, fresh bed. Everything is just very nicely designed. Laundry, and that's just all you really need, especially with this fantastic outdoor space. Now I have many binders, part of the Montessori teacher training program, and I hauled your suitcase that you check is supposed to be, it has to be 50 pounds or less, or you'll get charged triple. And so I had it at 49 pounds. But then I also had my carry-on, which was quite heavy, and my backpack, which was quite heavy. And honestly, I think my back might be a little bit sore today from my big travel yesterday, carrying all my books and my binders and all that. But today's the day. I can't believe I'm going into the school today. It's been so long coming. So this is all of my history and geography stuff. That's not the first subject we're going over, so I'm not going to bring this in today. I'm going to be walking to the school, but I am bringing all of these. So I'm going to turn in child development and philosophy, all the work within those 2 albums, and then I'm going to begin my language study today. Now, this is the first of 2 residencies, and then I have a practicum school year where I will have a guide and have my classroom be observed and stuff, and then I will be a fully certified Montessori lower elementary teacher, which is just lovely, and my life's calling. Truly, my cosmic task, so to speak, is this lower L, 1st through 3rd grade teaching. Now, if I wasn't going to teach 1st through 3rd grade, I would not do 4th through 6th grade. I would go to early childhood. I would be in the preschool, so to speak. So it's either, this is the sweet spot, because I love teaching children to read and write and creative writing, and seeing their art get more complicated, and just their ideas about the world are really popping off. But I do just have this love of little children, so I could go back into early childhood if I had to, but I'm in the sweet spot. I know this is I know this is for me. I'd rather do anything on earth than teach adolescents, middle school, high school. I would say no, I must retire. I cannot do that. Alright, I'm huffing it to my first day of school, and this suburban meadow is giving me life. These wildflowers are phenomenal. Well, I'm going to come out here and talk to y'all in the dark. I've been through 2 full days of teacher training now at this awesome Montessori school, and it's been 2 days of studying language. Tomorrow I have my final exam, and I'll be all done with language. It has been not really not stressful, but just very, very full. My time has been very, very full. Just like intaking lessons, intaking the people I'm working with, intaking conversations about how to run the classroom, intaking how other people are running their classrooms, the lessons, gosh knows, and making sure everything that I need done is done and turned in. I turned in my album that has just so much work, and I did great. I turned in my copybook, which is me doing the language lessons myself that I'll have children do. And I made some original Montessori work that I will be also presenting tomorrow. So for our final exam slip, there was some warning on what lessons could be pulled and chosen. And then today we pulled what exam we would have. So we had to give the Montessori lesson and also our own, flavor, our own teaching style for a language lesson that needs to be given. I will be giving my lesson on quotation marks. I am thrilled. I could teach quotation marks in my sleep. That was just fantastic. Now I can just go in there and teach and be comfortable, and it's all going really well, but I just feel extremely deeply busy. All of my time is full, all of it. So I actually haven't had the brain space to get homesick. I am away from my children, and especially this is the first time I ever even spent one night away from my youngest, and that was a big stress point for me. I think I had strong separation anxiety, especially from my youngest, but all of them really. And then once I ripped the Band-Aid off and just got busy with traveling and busy with learning, then I don't have the space to be homesick. And my logic brain knows that my children are well cared for while I'm away. So yeah, I'm having a really fantastic time. Day 3. I'm more tired this morning. It was harder to get up, but I look cute. My hair is in a good place. weather is sublime. The weather is sublime. I'm obviously coming from Virginia, where it is hot and thick air, and I just feel like it's so cool and breezy, and the air feels thin, not so humid, and it's lovely. I'm in Wisconsin, and it is lovely. Now, one thing that I have not mentioned, because there was just nothing to do about it, didn't need to dwell on it, but I haven't been able to enjoy the outdoors since I've been here, because there are wildfires in Canada, and a veil of smoke had descended upon Wisconsin. And I mean, I'm talking like almost up to 500, like air quality dangerous for all individuals. Stay inside. And it smelled like a campfire. And it looked like there was a campfire burning in every single yard. And that's just what it's been like. But the smoke has blown away, and I can see the blue sky, and I can see the clouds again, and I can walk and exercise and not worry about my health. It's Mama's big day off to go to the city. No teacher training, no children. Gonna go to Milwaukee, explore Milwaukee, Wisconsin for the first time in my life. All right. All right. Very oceanish. This is cute. I was headed for the art museum. That's where I took my Uber coming in from the suburbs for my teacher training. And you know that as soon as I got out the car, y'all, I have never been next to a Great Lake in my life. It is so lovely. And I just knew I just wanted to hike this trail. There was no way I was going back inside. It's lovely. This is Lake Michigan, y'all. So many beautiful wildflowers. So much cooler than Virginia. And it's just breezy and lovely and sunny, and it is just nice. Well, I've done did that. I've seen the shore, and I was very enchanted at first, but honestly, it is really just... Big cities are always so polluted and nasty and so much garbage, and I saw a duck eating garbage, and it broke my heart. So anyway, I'm gonna head on into the historic Third Ward, which is just like, should be kind of a, just little city district shops and whatnot. See what that's like.
Y'all, being from Virginia and then like training here in Wisconsin, y'all, this morning is absolutely chilly. There is a brisk chilliness in the air, and honestly, this July chill just feels like a blessing. It just feels like a blessing to feel the crisp air on my skin in July. I am impressed. I wouldn't want to do it every day, but what a nice little way to wake up. So, part of my little plan while I'm here on teacher training, 10 days in Wisconsin, is over this past school year, back home, I got stressed this past school year. I got really stressed. And I was eating too much. I was eating way too much sugar, especially sugar. I was so bone tired at the end of every day. There were some challenging behaviors that just did not sit well with me, and I was so stressed out about the end of the day that I was just done when I got home. You know, I'm not going to the park. I'm not getting out in nature. It's hard to even go to the yard. I'm just done by the time I get home from school. And I've been eating terrible to cope with the stress. And on the weekends, you know, I've been in this teacher training, so I'm catching up, writing papers, reading books, turning in assignments on the weekends. And so this past school year got to be a lot. And this teacher training for me is a reset. And I'm about 2 miles from the school where I'm training at my Airbnb, and I'm walking. I'm walking in the morning. I'm walking in the afternoon. And I'm a person who loves nature, who loves walking, who loves exercise. Before I was a Montessori teacher, I was a yoga instructor. Yoga obviously used to be my favorite form of exercise, but in this season of my life, walking is my favorite form of exercise. And this is a glorious reset. So I'm doing all this walking, great for my mental health, great for my physical health. I'm doing this teacher training. I'm filling my cup with inspiration. I'm filling my cup with knowledge. And then I'm actually starting at a new school this school year. So when I get back to Virginia, I'm at a new school. I'm in a new classroom. I got a smaller class size. And I'm just really going through an epic reset. And everything about this reset feels right.
I have a relative who ate minutes. We keep going this way. We can go to the one where we can sit on the lawn. Oh yeah. And this.
Y'all, this is a compass plant.
I feel the same way.
Look at it. Look at the foliage at the bottom.
I did not recognize this as milkweed. This is swamp crazy. Milkweed. We have like 3 different varieties here.
I made it back home to Virginia, reunited with my family. I loved my time in Wisconsin. I loved my training program. I especially loved all the women that I was in the training program with. I am refreshed. I am invigorated. I am educated. Ready for this school year.